Superfood to me is all about making great tasting food that just so happens to be good for you. Quick cooking is one thing, but I want to take it up a notch and bring you a new playbook of recipes that do just that. I'll show you how to create easy to follow dishes that are perfect for your busy life.
Welcome back. That was a clip from the new CTV Life show, Superfood Minutes. Our next guest is the show's host, a celebrity chef, and he's joining us all the way from Ireland to cook us up a storm. Please welcome Donal Skehan.
Hey guys, how are you?
Oh, we're delighted to have you here and to learn about some amazing dishes. And we're thrilled. Congratulations on the new show. Let's talk about, there's a lot of
Thank
interesting
you.
food shows out there right now.
Mhm.
What can fans expect and what makes yours unique?
Well, I suppose in Superfood Minutes, I always find my shows are somewhat autobiographical in the sense that I cook for what I need in life right now. And we have two very young boys in our house, my two sons, and they're a lot of work. They're absolutely gorgeous, but they keep us on our toes. So Superfood Minutes is absolutely key to what runs our home, basically. So dinner on the table at 5 p.m. has to happen, whether we like it or not. And what I really kind of put a key focus on is making sure that it's simple, it's easy, it's nutritious, and it's really flavorful. So, 10 ingredients or less, keeping it simple in terms of equipment and method steps as well. So really the guts of what the show and the book are all about is really trying to make life as simple as we know we need it to be. New parents or even just busy people, we need dinner to the table really quickly. And, I think if you're going to go to the effort of cooking, you want that big payoff of great flavor and great textures. And, that's what I'm really after. And I suppose that's what the show is all about.
And I think the timing's great because I think there's still some people who are under the impression that quick meals can't be healthy meals. So, Donald, do you
Very
have a
true.
favorite superfood that you're really into getting into your family meals right now?
I mean, I think when it comes to superfood, I think it's such a buzzword and, everyone's all about superfoods. But for me, what superfoods are, and, I know that it's the title of the show, but what I think of when it comes to superfoods, it's not buzzy things like turmeric and blueberries and whatever. It's more just trying to get in as much nutrition to your meals as possible. So kind of looking at, the dish I'm going to show you today, it's a really, really simple one, but what else can you add in there to make it really kind of pump full of nutrition? It's adding as much vegetables and making sure veggies are at the core of every dish. So I suppose it's not just one superfood, it's just trying to get a really good array of rainbow colors in your diet and trying to include as much of vegetables as you can. That's my key to it.
Perfect segue because you're going to get to live your dream and cook for us on TV. And
Yes,
you're going to show us
this is it.
You're going to show us how to make your super green pesto pasta, which just sounds like
Yes.
perfect for springtime. What makes it so special?
Well, I think, everyone knows pesto pasta. It's one of the most simple recipes. And I think it got me through my student years, and I will confess to the fact that it was probably just a tub of bought pesto. Back in the day where it was plunked in with pasta and, everyone did it. And what I love about kind of revisiting it now at a different stage in life is that, the bones of it are so great. There's so much intense flavor that you get from basil and really good Parmesan cheese and pine nuts. And, what I try and do in this recipe is make it just that little bit more kind of gutsy in the fact that I'm using courgette. And like I said, this is an opportunity to get in there with as many nutritional elements that you want. So if you have your core kind of ingredients in the fridge and you want to use them up, this is a great recipe for it. I'm using courgette or zucchini, but basically you're going to try and add that in amongst a really good homemade pesto. So it's a very simple thing to do. Will I start? Will I get cooking?
Yes, please do. Well, yeah, please walk us through
Okay.
this, how we put this together.
We're going to start off by salting a really big pot of water here. And it's really important when you're cooking pasta. It's one thing that people kind of forget to do. It's really heavily salt your pasta water so that you can give that flavor to it. Because, I mean, in its essence, pasta is a very simple thing as an ingredient. So making sure there's enough flavor in there is really important. So straight into the pot. This is fresh tagliatelle. Get your hands on good fresh tagliatelle or make it yourself.
Ooh.
Not really meals and minutes type stuff, but if you have the time on the weekend, really good homemade tagliatelle is a gorgeous thing to do. And we're just going to give that a good start. This is literally going to take minutes. The time it takes to cook this, hopefully we'll have everything ready. So into a pan, we're going in with a good glug of olive oil. To this, we're going to add in our courgette. I've just chopped this up, or zucchini. You're going to chop that up into nice little cubes. You're going to season again. This is the first opportunity it hits the pan, and it should be up at a nice high heat. We're going to go in there with our salt and black pepper and give it a good toss, because you want to make sure it gets completely coated in that oil. And what we're going to do now is allow it to rest and kind of sit in that heat and just to cook out. Now, while this is happening, we've got pasta on. We've got our courgette zucchini action going on over here. What we want to do is make up a really great pesto, and it's probably one of the easiest recipes you can make in the kitchen. You just need some good quality ingredients. So quite a hefty amount of basil here, or basil, wherever you are in the world. We're going to pop that into our food blitzer here. You know, you can use one of these, or like a Vitamix or something like that. Get it into the base of this. To this, we're going to add a hefty amount of good quality extra virgin olive oil. This is not the stuff you want to fry with. This is the stuff that really has that gutsy, green, grassy sort of flavor that's really peppery and gorgeous. Give your courgettes a good toss while this is happening. I love the fact that this recipe kind of all comes together, all in the kitchen, all at once. It's great.
It's like a dance routine.
I know, I'm getting into it. I'm feeling it today. Garlic clove goes in. Really great bite from the garlic. We're going to hit it with some of that beautiful Parmesan cheese. This is a good one to spend a bit of money on. You know, the best quality Parmigiano Reggiano, and if it's not called that, it's not the best stuff. It should be salty. It should be kind of like chalky a little bit, like there's a bit
none
of
of the shaky stuff, right? My parents seem to still go the shaky stuff, and I just want to die.
You know, you can do that, but it's just never going to taste as good. You know, I actually, it's funny you should say that, because like they have no excuse. They have no excuse. Okay.
Thank you.
I was going to give them like leeway and, you know, make it okay, but no, they have no excuse. Sorry, to you, Mom and Dad.
Sorry.
Pine nuts, great flavor. In fact, the great thing about this this recipe is, like I said, a lot of these recipes are very adaptable. I'm using like toasted pine nuts here, but as another kind of extra nutritional element in there, if you wanted to go in with something like pumpkin seeds, any of those really good nutritionally dense seeds will go alongside here and won't affect the flavor too much, but you get another opportunity to pump it with great flavor. So where are we at? Okay, pasta's cooking. We've got our pesto's going. Our beautiful things are happening here. We're going to give this a blitz up until it's nice and smooth. Now, a thing I would say is that, like, if it's not at the right texture you're looking for, feel free to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in as it goes here. What you're looking for is a somewhat smooth paste that's going to coat up our pasta. It's going to coat up all the great things that are happening in the pan. And at this point now, we have something that's really smooth and gorgeous. I'm just going to grab, I don't have, oh, there's my spoon.
Hungry.
Just going to grab some of this. I'm sorry to be doing this and not being able to give it up to you. Absolutely gorgeous. Needs a little bit of salt, needs a little bit of black pepper. But overall, that is absolutely full of flavor. Now, once you have all these elements, essentially you've got dinner is pretty much served. And like I said, into that pan, you could go in there with carrots, you could go in there with a bit of baby spinach. Peas, frozen peas would be absolutely lovely in here as well. So feel free to add and subtract as you need here. But you've got the essential elements here now. Once they've softened down, great things are happening. So we're going to literally transfer our pasta straight into our courgette here. It literally takes minutes to make it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's
Don't
so easy. And you know, don't have to watch the calendar. You just make life easy for yourself. So pasta's in there. Give it a second more. We're going to scrape in our pesto, which absolutely looks gorgeous at this moment. Look at that great green, gorgeous color. And I love the fact that, you know, it's springtime, you know, it brings you just that kind of fresh flavor in there. You could add a little bit of lemon zest would be quite nice in here. You even some pan-fried prawns would be nice in there. You can really go at it as in the sense of just kind of trying to make it your own as well. So the bones of the dish are there. You make it your own with whatever you fancy. So really good pesto pasta is a thing of absolute beauty. Get the pasta tossed through there. And that for me is just like one of the easiest and most delicious dishes you will ever make. So turn out your pasta in on top of that.
Oh my god.
And just look at the green color. You're giving me all the best reactions. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Finish it off with some Parmesan and a little bit of the pine nut action. And if you have your good quality olive oil, the little dregs in this jar, drizzle that over the top as a finishing touch. And it is an absolutely
beautiful.
gorgeous dish. So I wish I could give it to you and send it over your way, but now you know how to make it.
Looks gorgeous. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was such a pleasure.
Thank you, guys. Well, I'll go eat the rest of this by myself. So pity I can't share.
Looks so
okay,
good.
well, the new show, Superfood in Minutes, it airs tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on CTV Life channel. You are going to want to tune in, and it's going to make you really hungry. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.